Hello there, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XVI. In the last episode we technically killed Theon, but Theon killed himself. It was nothing to do with me.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
I killed Super Bahamut and merged with Joshua, who might be around somewhere, but I don't know where. He might have gone off on his own adventures again. Hello, mate.
Trouble with your gear, or so
I'd always like to make my gear better. Right, burn. Lingered there was no warmth nor smoke, but in his light did burn both flesh and bone.
No scratches, right?
Silken sash, which might be better. Slightly better, but not really. Diamond Armlets 2 is also slightly better, but not really.
Else?
So it's not worth worrying about. Hello, Cadden.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
What can I do you for? The last elixir. Is it the easiest elixir to procure? No, but is it the last one you will ever need? Upon KO, automatically restores all HP, fills the limit gauge, and increases attack power by 10% and defense for 30 to 60 seconds.
Blind, you know.
I'll buy one. Why not?
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Okay.
See the sun again?
Oh yes, Ultima also released a super sky storm
See that? Tell me you saw that.
that makes the world cloudy perpetually, which is always
There's talk
good
of
fun.
these skies driving men mad.
Right. Hello, Nectar. How you doing? Have a look at the old hunt board. We've got the 10 of clubs, merchants who ply their trade across the fields of Kurava tell of an outlaw 5 and 20 hands high and mighty of Thu, who preys upon unescorted travellers. They claim he lives alone in one of the many abandoned villages of the Little Region, but none has been brave nor foolish enough to narrow the search any further. If you who read this have either or both of those qualities, the Namekians beg your aid. The Majeth brothers. A lone rowing boat has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde, its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of Iron Kingdom crusaders. One can only assume that they have come to take their vengeance upon Sid the Outlaw for destroying that which they hold most dear. We advise against all travel to the area, lest they think to kill or capture our members in retaliation. And Sambrokar legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Grigor herself, some sources claim. There has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire real enough. Okay, so we've got to go to Vermeer and Dalmekia, the Kryat Sands and Rosaria, and then we've got to go somewhere. Right, so I will do the normal thing where I see you when I find the things I'm looking for. I can't go yet, that's fine. I'll wait until I can go. Hi Otto, how you doing?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Alright, Viv.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Are we sure that destroying all the crystals was a good idea? I mean, I think ultimately, surely yes, right? Because we can't... The crystals will eventually drain the planet of all its life anyway. I was kind of hoping that getting rid of the crystals would, like, force the energy back into the planet and get rid of the blight. But maybe that's probably not how it works.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Maybe. The Sins of Zemeckis. The Illustrated History of the Twins, Volume 4. Tales of the Founder. Hello.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Hi, mate. I'd like
I
to
don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
give you some more knowledge.
Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes?
Not quite fully there with my knowledge
Did you
yet,
learn
but
everything you needed?
I will get there. Right then, Otto, what you got for me? Hi, gang.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
All right.
Clive. Here you go.
Oh, we can go to each of the places.
Always
Right.
something in there.
Well, yes, I would love to, but not right now. I'm going to find these monsters and kill their asses, okay? So, leave me to do this, and then I'll be back. The first one was in... in... Jamaica. I found the place. It's in Vermeer, and it's here. So I just got to go over there. So I'll see you when I get over there. I won't be fighting anything, so don't worry about that. Interesting thing is that all the enemies seem to have leveled up. Like they're level 33 now. I don't know if they were before, but it doesn't feel like. And now I've got like Akashic eagles and other monsters. There's like panthers around and all sorts of shit that wasn't here before. So anyway, hello lad.
No need to ride from
I
here.
found you. That's a big old block of metal you've got. The 10 of clubs, rank B. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's bust his ass.
Not the gods forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Show them to your pockets.
Sure, we got blocked that one. Oh, I've also got Bahamut skills. So I can do Mega Flare. To do this, I just gotta, like, wait. I can dodge still, I think, yeah. I don't know what it'll do if I do a fully charged one. But this guy seems quite passive and willing to let me do it, so... getting emails, don't worry about it. Nope, that's the wrong button. I don't want to get hit by all that. Okay. Now. There's ways to cast it faster. Maybe dodging helps. It does seem to help. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be in their face? Interesting. Okay, that works for me. Makes it a much more usable move. If you just have to dodge things to get it to go. It's like a good form of like consistent damage.
A deserter turned up more. More similar than he knew.
Yes, if you can get like a level 4 Mega Flare going, it's just like a lot of damage that they just get on them over time. You don't have to do anything to earn it, you just can do it, which is pretty good. Right, let's go to Rosaria, where we need to go next. Yes, I know I'm low on health, I'll just fight things and get my limit break to heal me. Right, so where did we have to go for this one? As soon as I see the name, I'll be like, oh yes, I remember. Oh, it was by Port Isolde, wasn't it? Yeah. There's like a band of outlaws around here. I don't know where exactly, but we'll find out. See you in a second when I discover them. Ah, here's the lads. Found them. Alright, boys. The Margeth, or the Mageth brothers. Alright. Gonna need you to not kill me like that, friend.
But not for long.
Go with that. They don't have all that much health, but they have a bit. There's definitely much less stagger damage now I'm using the hammer. That, okay, if you get hit by that, that's real bad for you. But I guess that's because it's easy enough to dodge that you shouldn't be getting hit by it. Today, Junior. Beat 20 enemies while semi-fight. See ya. Gotcha.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Right. Then we go. I need a shop that isn't going to be teleporting me to where I want to be. It doesn't really matter. We can go over to here because there's lots of stuff that we need to do in the Dominion anyway. Let's go find this dragon and promptly regret my words and my deeds. But that's fine. Okay, and so I found a new area. It's a bit I haven't explored, called Mornbroom. I suppose that's as good a candidate as any to look for a monster. And since this area looks like it's just a big area with what seems to be an arena at the end of it, or a big open space, which could be an arena, seems just as like as any to be where the nasty boss is. So let's investigate that nasty boss. This is that like a fallen monster? No, the treasure chest. Okay, the Ring of the Marksman. The Ring of the Marksman says, Distance will only save you for as long as it takes my arrow to reach your heart. Lock of the full quiver. Increase the will damage of magic by 10%. Okay. Hello, beautiful. Svarog. You're level 50. Okay.
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Blazing Legion. Oh, it's lasers. Okay. Thank you, emails. I appreciate it. Red Dawn. Okay, what's that? It's like lasers and shit going off. Whoa! Okay. No, thank you. Hang on, I've had a thought. Mega Flare might do the business. Because this thing's so big. You won't be able to really dodge my shit. Red Dawn. like pillars of flame. I should probably just go straight back to Mega Flare again, shouldn't I? Because this thing's big, so it seems reasonable to do so. Probably not a good thing. Does something called it boil? Oh, okay. Seen those before. Where? Ow! Okay, if you get hit, this thing is really, really quite painful. Get Mega Flare going again. What have I done? Like a fifth of its health? Is it weird? I think that's not actually too bad. If I do a rebirth, I'll get my temporary health back. Let's try and get a Mega Flare going while it's stunned. That'd be very helpful. Here we go. That's staggered. Good. So I imagine the Mega Flare will do more damage. Did like what, 60,000? Dragon Dance. Okay, what is that? Ow! Couldn't see. Okay, that was that. Good. Boil again. All right. Can't see. I used a high potion because I just couldn't see what the fuck I was doing. Okay. Whew. Playing fast and loose. Just kind of eyeballing it. For the best part of whatever I'm doing. Strange that didn't count, but it also didn't hit me, so it's weird. Hello. It definitely should have hit me. I'll take it, but the game is giving it to me. Last dance. It's going to do all of its moves now. And Red Dawn. Whoa! Whoa! That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit. Maybe don't do dragon train breath. Knock it down. Oh yeah. Now you're in fucking trouble. Level 50 schmifty, you know what I mean? Bye. Level up. Level 40. Almost level 41. Another Calcum. There was a time when Nova Calcum was so abundant was used. Okay, yes, that's. I had that before, I think. Fallen Enigma. In the 7,000 years since the Fallen came crashing down, most of the objects that came crashing down with them have either been hoarded or destroyed. Those few that have not been are occasionally found when erosion or excavation chances to unearth them. And while their purposes are unknown, they are highly sought after by scholars bent on unlocking their secrets. An amber and an empty shard. Just money, basically.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
Nice. I used a couple potions and a high potion. That's good. But I mean, I've fought dragons before, so they're not that scary to me. And with Mega Flare, it seems really helpful to just blow them up with 100, lots of 300 damage. 30,000 damage just for free, essentially. Right, let's go back to the base. Because there's probably more things I can get now. Yes, more renown rewards.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Hello.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it is you who I have to thank.
You earned this.
You get the Talisman of Priming. No risk, no reward, orchestrion roll, and amber.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Okay, I'll see you guys next time, after we fought that nasty dragon. We're going to do whatever aid we can for the 3 people we need to help. See you then. Goodbye.